Welcome back, guys, to Factorio Meiosis. This is episode number 30. Can you believe it? Episode number 30. Oh, man. I think my previous Factorio series went like 15 or 16 episodes. This one is a biggie. It's a doozy. And we still have a lot left to do. We are here in the southeastern expansion of the Meiosis Empire, which has now become the Railroad Expansion Blueprint Design Center, where we are going to design blueprints for the new, bigger, and better rail system that's going to be 4 lanes instead of 2. Here's the old system we've been using. It has 2 lanes. It's worked fine. In fact, I don't need to expand for traffic for a long time in terms of train traffic. The reason we're expanding is because we have power issues, and I just need more solar panels. I currently have 7,500, which includes these blueprint guys here. 7,500, and it's not even nearly enough. I've temporarily turned off the new electronic circuit cell. I unplugged it until we get this sorted out because I was having brownouts, which, brownout, if you know what that means, it means you're running low on power, and so things are becoming unpowered. It's not like the power is gone totally, you're just low. So we were having low power issues, which means no power to the turrets, no tower to the turrets, which means that the aliens were going to become an issue, right? So here are some of the blueprints. This is the old roundabout. I have not modified this one yet. This is the new gate, twice as wide. We've got 4 lanes. Here's the old one for comparison. Yeah, the railroad line is going to get quite a bit beefier. Here is the new straight section. So the gate and the straight section are both finished. Here's the old one. I'm going to overlay up here. For comparison, they have more or less, it's just about equal to twice as many solar panels and accumulators. And because we have more of each, I've been able to get the ratio even closer to the ideal of 0.84 accumulators to 1 solar panel. I think this one actually is 0.84 or 0.839 or something like that, really close. This guy right here is an alternate we're going to have to sprinkle in here and there. That is going to allow the trains going in one direction to change lanes if they so need to. Like if there's a slow train blocking their path, they should automatically, their AI should automatically route them around the slow train. Or if they need to go around any kind of slowed down traffic or whatever, this guy allows them to do that. Over here is, well, I have a reference on the ground. This guy was partially broken. The rail update in 0.13 changed the way the hitbox, the way that the railroads were placed, the amount of area they took. So the substation right here wasn't actually getting placed. So I would have to handcraft this little section whenever I'd put it in a new rail section. So I needed a redesign anyway. And here is the new version. It's a little bit more complicated because I have to allow for trains in either lane being able to get out to the whatever the cell is out here, and they have to be able to come back in and go out to both lanes going either direction. So there you go. Looks pretty nice. I like that one. Here's a diagonal one. I think this one's done. I will have to take a look at it. I have not finished all of them because this is kind of time consuming to get everything right, to get the ratio right, to get the area populated with all the solar panels and accumulators that you can fit, and then put all the right signals in it. So there's the diagonal section. Here is the diagonal exit interchange thing. I think this thing might be done. Maybe I haven't. No, I have not signaled this one yet. The diagonal ones are easy to signal because we have lots of these little spaces in the diagonal spots here. A lot of these little triangles to put the signals. Not finished with that. Over here, this little remainder guy, we're not going to need him anymore because I've designed around him. Don't need him. Then these are the new corners. I have not finished these guys. These guys are still a work in progress. We haven't gotten to the little end cap here. I'm also going to design a 3-sided roundabout that only has 3 exits instead of 4 for instances like this, where we don't have a need to come out in this direction. So, okay, that's something I'm working on, but I'm not done. That's pretty time-consuming stuff. So, in the meantime, just as a stopgap measure, and we would need it eventually anyway, and it's fun, we're going to add 500 more solar panels up here. All right, we're going to start right here and plop down 5 of these guys moving from the right to the left. And then we are going to access this coal patch right there. That's going to supply the coal for this steam cell number 3. They have no coal, but that's okay. Okay, so the next one lines up just like that. Little power line overlaps. I think I have enough in my inventory for all 5. Then I'll have to hook up all the pipes to the water. It should be a little bit more organized than the last one I did, because we will not have to try to find a way to get the pipes through the coal patch, which was a little bit annoying. I ended up with all this weird stuff. So this should be pretty straightforward. Just gonna go straight from the left to right to the left, not left, right. Okay, there's number 3. The flashing red symbols is... It would irritate me if it was there for more than the 2 minutes it's going to be there. You know, I would really like an updated Power Armor Mark III, specifically just to hold more personal roboports. I suppose I could get rid of my exoskeletons, but moving around so slowly is really just as much of a hassle. Okay, let's place you. And this is actually the first power armor I'm actually going to have to replace because the durability is going to run out. The durability is sitting at about like 35% right now. And that's from all the alien killing. I have never gotten even close to that low a durability on armor before. Before too long, we'll have to make another one. This is number 5. And we are right next to... Oh, look at that. I spaced that out pretty nicely. I didn't do that on purpose. But I guess that works out. So everything is hooked up. We just need to add the coal to the line. I don't have my balancer blueprints on me, but that's okay. We can just do it on the fly here. So we'll have him going there. Then we want this guy doing kind of like this kind of thing. We'll make it nice and streamlined. No, this needs to be one fewer. So let's put the splitter here. Then it's going to come off here. Okay, so number 2 line will be right there. And then we're going to want the other ones 1 step up each time. So like that. I did this kind of thing for, I think, the mining area for the new super duper mega circuit cell. And it looked really nice the way they kind of overlap. So I'm repeating it here because it looked cool. We're doing it again. Okay, there's that guy. Let's hook these up to the belts. This is a smaller coal patch, by the way, than the other one. I might need to add speed modules. Here's the other one. It's quite a bit bigger in the coal patch itself. The steam engines are exactly the same. I don't know if we're going to need more. We'll find out, I guess. Okay, so we do like this, like that, and I think it's 3 spaces. Bring these guys into the middle. Mix them, send them back out. And then mix again, and we have a balanced blueprint. Although we want to go 4-to-1, which we didn't need to do that, but now they're all balanced. So we could just do that, I guess, and take that. Does that work? We put them into the... Yeah, okay, I think that works. There. Okay, that works. If only I could have arranged it so it was 1 lower and I could take that kink out of the line there. Let's get rid of the coal that I have. There we go. That'll take a little while to fill up. Doesn't that look nice, the way that those cascade? If I could... You know what I can do? Okay, let's do this. We're doing this. I'm going to do it. Because it's going to look just a tiny little bit better. We're going to... Do I have a blank blueprint? I have a blank blueprint. Let's do this. Let's do that much. Okay, and then we're gonna go like this. Goodbye. Nice to know you. See you later. We'll see you in a second. Okay, and do I have enough inventory for all that coal? I guess we could just go do this kind of thing. Get rid of it. Get rid of enough anyway. Okay, pick up the rest. And then the blueprint is... Oop, hello. They switch positions when they're adding stuff to my inventory. One of the downsides of having this automated inventory setup thing. Okay, and then I need to put the splitter back there. And then we can get rid of this. And then we have a straight line. Has the function changed? No. But it looks a little bit better. Doesn't that look nice? I think it looks nice. Okay, so what are these guys doing? They're doing nothing because they're a bit backed up. I'll keep an eye on it. Oh, that's right. I added balancers to these guys, didn't I? Balancer you. Okay, now you're getting balance. As it fills up, that will start to fill up the whole belt. But just for those instances when we're a little low on the coal production, or we're low on power and we're producing tons of... We need to produce a lot of coal. We need to get it down the line, whatever. And it just looks better, okay? That's my real reason. It looks better. That's the reason. I'm sticking to it. Doesn't matter what you think. This is what I'm going to do. Okay. I do have a blueprint for this thing, but I left it at the base. I only brought everything we needed to get here. It takes quite a bit of inventory space in the car and on my person to bring all this stuff over here. It's basically a full load split between the two of us. Now I don't need any more of this coal, so let's go ahead and pop it in this at the end here. Okay, no more coal. There we go. Okay, 500 more steam engines. Let's check the power situation. 7,500 solar panels. That number's going to double as soon as we beef up our power line. As soon as I finish those recipes. And then we're now up to 1,520 steam engines. Man, that's pretty good. I think after we double our solar panels, we are still going to need more solar panels, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. So I haven't finished off the bend pieces. That is these ones right here. These two guys that go from straight to diagonal. I have not finished this guy that turns around with the extra slot for the roundabout. I don't have the 3-section roundabout done, but the rest of them I think are ready. So what I want to do is I want to replace from this roundabout right here all the way down to this roundabout right here and just watch the traffic, make sure that I signaled everything properly. Everything should be fine. It's basically the same thing. I just added a lane. But just to make sure, because you never know. What? Oh, hello, buddy. Okay, you just got in right before we closed it down. Okay, let's. How about we just get rid of all 4 exits? Make sure no trains come through here. And since we've built quite a few train lines, now the trains, instead of going through here, I guess they could go like all the way around if they need to get to the coal. They go all the way around through there. But I will have rebuilt it in just a jiffy. Anyway. Okay, take that down, please. Take all this. The intersection almost lines up. Most of this stuff does not line up. I think actually none of it lines up. I can't just directly paste it on top of the old recipe because I had to reorganize where the accumulators were, where the solar panels were to get the best ratio, going for the 0.84 ratio. Okay, there we go. Bam, look at this. Upgraded sucker. And I want to make sure that I also made the blueprints properly so that these things connect up. And I don't have to come by and add an extra rail section to ensure that the rail lines hook up. And we'll have to replace that radar as well that I think I picked up a radar that was right here somewhere. That is quite a bit beefier. So this guy is, let's see, let's do this. I'm going to shuffle this one around to the intersection. Where is it? Oh, you know what? I accidentally erased it, which is a good thing. I already had this thing being made. Yeah, I erased our old intersection. I should probably remake that blueprint before I take up all of the old blueprints, just for reference's sake. I was going to compare the amount of solar panels and whatever, but it's more or less double. So the intersection here, and I think one of the other ones doesn't have a very good ratio. It's like 0.89 or 0.9 or something, because it's just with all of these little crisscrossing rail things, there is a lot of tiny spaces that is good for accumulators, not so good for solar panels. So like right here, I could have put solar panels. I put accumulators here just because it looks better visually to have that curve going there. That is... Oh, okay, don't get hit, please. Hey, it worked. That is beefier for sure. I think there was a solar panel here in the original version. Or no, there was no solar panels, but now there are. Okay, let's look at it just on the map. Yeah, it looks bigger already. Okay, so now's the tricky part. We need to replace the gate. So let's just look at it overlaid here. This way. Okay, I rotated wrong. I was gonna say, isn't it supposed to be the same width? It is. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of it. Okay, so we want to get rid of this guy. And yeah, just like that. And then replace you. We're gonna do one at a time just to make sure that like this stuff connects. I think particularly the diagonal ones, my previous recipes didn't always connect quite properly, where it would run into another. Okay, lovely. Yes. Oh man, it's beginning to look a little bit like the top of Orthing. We're gonna put the Iosaur on there. Okay, so then we need what we need next is not this straight section. And not the one where they swap lanes. We need this guy. And so here's a kind of tricky thing that I'm going to have to sort of think about after I've made the episode. So this spacing, it's obviously different, right? And it might mean that I have to rebuild a lot of these cells. I might have to move them over entirely. I do have room because I removed the green cell. It's kind of annoying. But, well, it's better I do it now than when the base is even bigger. And what I'm wondering is, if I... Let's see, I would normally put it here. But if we move it up one unit, which is the unit of the substation, would it be usable then? No, I don't think so, because of the way I designed this thing. I still think that will not line up. I think I'm going to have to rebuild that thing altogether. And it is the same width, right? It's the same width. Okay, so it's the same width, so we can just outright skip it and worry about it later. It's the same amount of substations in length, but the actual, the input-output, the exit ramp or whatever you want to call it, is just closer to the inside. It's inset. So we want to do this one next, this guy. So let's go ahead and break that. And looks like I had a full straight section, and then I deleted it, and I put a gate. And this is another thing I'd like to look at. Okay, so we want to go all the way down to the end of the gate. And then we're going to have another of the exit ramps, which we'll need to think about later. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up this radar. And while I'm thinking about it, we should replace the radar I picked up at this intersection up here. Let's let the robots catch up. Okay, in your own time, guys. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I picked up a radar somewhere around here. So I'm just going to plop one down. Okay, hopping in. Okay, so we will deal with this thing later. I'm just gonna... It's gonna be real annoying. I mean, like, super annoying. I'm gonna have to move... at least these 3 stops. Yeah, and a lot of those chests are full. It's gonna be a huge headache. So I'm gonna just worry about that some other time. Okay, here's a big straight section. Links up fine. We don't have the substation up yet. Power's not being distributed. And I have plenty of everything, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. And I think I picked up a radar too, right? Okay, lovely. So I would have put the little lane crosser guy here, but we're going to have to pick up part of this and put a gate in. Okay, come on, guys. Let's look at this. Yeah, I definitely need a gate here because we need to be able to cross over to here. In the fullness of time. Oh, you know what? Oh, this just reminded me. So, I need to finish off the road. I need to create some landfills. Fill this little section here with land. So we can run this road up through here and connect it to this. And since I have to rebuild this whole thing, I think I'm not going to put a gate here because we have one right there. Aha! Okay, so I have to rebuild this anyway. We can move it over. I just deleted the electronic circuit cell, the original one, so we have room. I can put the road there. Then I can replace this with our new out-ramp thing, this thing. So that means that I have space to put this thing, and I should put it where I have space, because after this point, I will have to put 2 of the off-ramps, 1 gate, and then we'll be right at the next intersection. So let's actually do this. Oh, no, I didn't run out. He was just out of range. Okay, I'm going to pick these guys back up. And we are going to put the other one down. Whoop. Okay, autosave. The other thing, I'm not sure I'm going to have a blueprint for a lane swapping blueprint for diagonal. So I'm not going to have a diagonal version of this. So that means for this long section here, the trains will not be able to swap lanes. Which may or may not be an issue. Not really sure about that. Okay, so let's put this one down. There we go. Okay, they're going to do their thing. I am standing right on the line of the rails. Let's actually get off the rail, just in case the rail completes and a train comes hurtling through. Somebody doesn't have a path. Now I wonder, will he automatically update and realize there's a path when the rail finishes, or will I have to stop and start him? I guess we'll find out. Okay, and I can reach, or the robots rather, can reach the other side. Okay, let's see if he updated. Yeah, he did. All right, good. Okay, so next we are going to have this guy. Now, here's an interesting thought. Is that water in the way? It looks like it is. What do we need for the landfill stuff? Landfill, landfill, landfill. Here. So that is merely stone. I have a little wall cell right there, so I could probably hand make a little bit, fill in these tiny little puddles. Let's, yeah, pick some of that up. Just pick up some of this. And then fill these guys in so that we can put the rails on over top. Oh, okay, it takes less than I thought. Okay, goodbye. So this is going to line up differently, but I have a little bit more space, so we might be able to work with it. In fact, I didn't even check. Let's take a look. So the exit is going to be fine. The input... Ooh. Okay, I can do a workaround for the input for sure. Okay, the input's going to be fine. It's going to be a little bit awkward, but I can do it. Okay, so we're going to do just that much. Okay, and then I think that. And let's get rid of that guy as well. Okay, then we'll place that. Everything's out of the way. We fill it in a tiny puddle. In general, I want to keep the coastline consistent. But tiny little puddles like that, if they're in the way of the rail line, that's fine. Whatever. We will just fill them in. Okay, and I still have plenty of items. And then we have another one, and then the intersection. Yeah, I would really like a bigger armor system, a bigger grid in the Power Armor Mark III, if they ever add one, just so I can have more roboports and just scale up the base better in the end game. Make it incredibly expensive to make it. Whatever. Doesn't. Oh, okay. There's a train. Doesn't matter. Just make it so I can make the thing. Okay, so let's pick these guys up. So this guy getting rerouted should be easy. We're just gonna shift-click him. Okay, a little bit crazier than I thought. Let's do him last. So to get him... Oh, I didn't shift-click? Let's shift-click. We want... I think we're going to have to do like a loopy-loo. This thing. It is... Oh, wow, that's super... Okay, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let me back up. Maybe my brain can come up with something better than the AI here. Or maybe I will have to... I really hope I don't have to move this one as well. This is something I've been putting off because of this very issue, but the longer we go in this base, the more likely this is to be a problem, or the more problems we'll have to solve. Okay, what if let's delete as much of this as we can. Let's do that much. Do we have a better answer that way? No, it does. I don't want it going all the way that way. Let's see. We need to come out this way. What if I just delete this one, and then we did come out like this? I can reroute the pipes. That's no problem. What are you doing? I shift click, didn't I? Okay, shift. Oh, the pipe's in the way. Okay, I will not forget to replace those. It's important. So let's have that go straight like... Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to have to think about that. We're going to have to work on this issue. I really hope I don't have to move this whole thing, because that's going to be a crazy problem. But I'm going to spend some time just making sure that the trains are using all the lanes and that all the signaling works, all that kind of stuff. And I try to figure out a solution to this kind of problem. And we'll resume next episode, I guess. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. Let's take a look at this one overlaid. So it's going to be like that. This one is a problem too. But I can definitely move. I can move the coal station to the right. This one I think will be okay. Yeah, and let's look just briefly at the rest of the map. This has a decent amount of space. These are all just testing areas to get deleted later. This has tons of space. Up here, we have a decent amount of space, decent amount of space, decent amount of space. Yeah, it's only the very early ones, like our old iron cell, our old copper cell, that are kind of cramped. Before I started giving them a little bit more space to breathe, before we had killed enough aliens to be able to do so. Anyway, okay, for real. End of the episode. We'll see you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.